My daughter is off to high school in a week and a half.
Huzzah.
Thank you. And there is, I guess every year the school gives you a list of here are the items you need for school.
Yeah.
Okay. So she has the items, notebook, paper, pens, binders, et cetera, et cetera. So yesterday was the day that my wife and daughter were going out. They were going to Walmart, Target, et cetera, to go buy all these things that you need. And now it's so specific, and there is such a huge part of the store dedicated to it that it's all school supplies. So my daughter had the list, and she sent the list to my wife. Here's what you need. Here's what we need to buy.
Pretty standard stuff, right?
Yes.
For an incoming freshman?
Exactly. Well, apparently, my daughter, if it was me, she could have gotten away with this. But my daughter thinks she can pull one over on my wife, and she's just not able. She can't do that.
She hasn't done it yet?
She can't do it.
She's not at that. She hasn't gained that level.
No.
Of the video game.
You know what? She'll say to me, my daughter will often call me. Now, sometimes I stop at a little trading post, little country store on the way home.
Who runs that, Joseph?
A little place out there.
Oh, yes.
Just for a salad or something.
Yeah.
A very little-known place.
Okay, little known place, little known.
Just some flour, some salt, some coffee.
Yes.
Hello, Joseph.
Right. Run into the old country store and stuff. Anyhow, she'll call me, and there's a place, a little chicken place across the street.
Is this because, Kelly, your daughter knows where you are because of the phone apps?
At all times, she knows where I am.
Your whole family knows where everyone is.
Yes. But I never use that. They track me all the time.
Does your son use it much?
Almost never.
We don't care where you are.
We track him. My wife does. My wife and my daughter are really the ones that are on this. And this happened just the other day. This time my daughter talks to me. Just yesterday, I was on the way home, and I was going to stop at the little grocery store right there, near my house.
Get you some rock candy.
Yeah. And
Slice of bologna and crackers.
phone rings, and I answer the phone, and she goes, "Are you stopping at the trading post?" And I said, "Well, I am, just for a little something." And she goes, "Is there a chicken restaurant right across the street?" Well, she knows, of course. Good one.
Chicken Hut.
I said, "Is there?" I said,
A small family-owned chicken place?
I said, I think there is. And she goes, "If you find yourself wandering over there, I will have 8 nuggets, a sandwich, fries, and a chocolate chunk cookie." And I said, "All right." And then she just talks. She's like, "I don't know. Just that, she goes, I'm just starved."
Yes.
She goes, "I just woke up and I'm starved." I was like, "It's 1:15. Okay." Anyhow,
Breakfast.
so she pulls that over on me. She just talks to me, and I'll buy it. I wind up getting it. But my wife's in charge of the school supplies. So she sent her the items needed for school supplies. And here they are. See if you can notice when it goes a little off the rails here. Here's what she needs for school this year. And there's 1,000 items on here, but I'll just give you a little look at it. 1 plastic folder.
Plastic folder.
This is to hold.
Sure.
1 pack dry erase markers, black/multicolored. 1 water bottle.
Reusable?
Reusable water bottle. 1 bronzer from MAC Cosmetics.
No, wait a minute.
I don't think you can have all the freshmen bronzed.
That sticks out. That's a little odd.
From
Must be
Mac.
for science.
From MAC Cosmetics.
Mac is, my understanding, is a little more high end.
Yeah, that's a high-end product. 1 large binder. All right.
All right, okay.
Yeah,
all
that
right.
sounds.
1 blush, preferably MAC Cosmetics.
Wait, blush?
Blush. Yeah. This was like as if it was written by the teacher.
The administration itself?
Yeah.
1 ruler. 1 concealer from MAC Cosmetics.
I don't want anybody to see my ruler.
No, sir, that's right. 1 pack of ponytail hair ties. You don't need that. You don't have to.
Wait a minute.
My wife said something's going on here.
Yeah, the boys might need that.
Then she just tries to slip one in here. One divider, which I guess is a thing that divides.
Yeah.
I know
I know what you mean.
24 pencils. Ticonderoga.
Yes. Only the best if you're going to
Yellow
do
number
it.
2s?
Yellow number 2s. And then at the very end, 1 Sephora Collection Micro Smooth Multitasking Baked Face Palette.
Baked face palette?
Baked face palette.
It's very specific.
My wife looked at that and said, "No teacher wrote all these things." And my daughter said, "I don't know what you mean. I just
forwarded.
forwarded it on the thing." So, and I said, we're not falling for it. My wife won't fall for it. I would have bought all that.
She takes drama, doesn't she? Maybe that's what.
Maybe that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have gone into Ulta with that list.
Of course.
And the Ulta people would have been really confused.
Of course.
Here's the school list this year.
Exactly what I would have done. I would have said, "Here it is." My
Do you
wife
have binders? Sir, this is an Ulta.
We're not.
I need a pencil.
My wife won't fall for it. She refuses to fall for that kind of thing. Earlier in the week, Biggie said there's more audacity today than there ever has been. In fact, now I'm seeing, and you brought this up, Biggie, this Riverboat fight out of Alabama. I've seen it now for the first time really today. And I see all these people fighting like crazy because somebody had the audacity to park their boat in the boat ramp area where this big riverboat was supposed to dock. And then they cut it free, and there was a huge fight. It's a racial
new angles on it too.
Racial.
Now.
Oh, I'm seeing it. Yes, from
people jump in the water.
Jump in the water.
Oh yeah, they there's one. He is being called a hero. The young man. Apparently, he's only 16. But when he saw his coworker starting to basically get jumped, he dove from the boat into the water and swam to the dock.
You know what they're calling him?
Yes.
What?
Black woman. Or black woman.
Yeah.
So
there are moments in that it's appalling to watch.
Black woman.
But there are
That's
moments
funny.
like Black woman swimming across the channel is remarkable. And then there's a moment, and I'm sure Biggie's seen it 1,000 times, when the guard who's about to get jumped, who's clearly outnumbered by the pontoon, the white folk on the pontoon, the black guard, takes his hat and just flings it in there. It's like, all right, it's on.
Let's go. You know, a few weeks ago, we were tipped off to something called Black Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they said that's
Not on
the
our
place.
phones.
No,
Not on our
we
phones,
can't get it. No.
That is the place to be. Well, I have checked some things out from Black Twitter about this, and it is, I mean, it's great. I've also seen the young man who jumped in, they were calling him Jamichael Phelps.
Oh, yeah. This is terrific. I said to Chris Demm, if I was in that video, I'd be breaking it up and saying, folks, fellas, come on now.
People.
People. Calmer heads need to prevail here. People,
You
calm.
get back to your pontoon.
Calm.
You back to the riverboat.
Calm yourselves.
Looks like people were trying to do that.
It's not worth it, is what I would say.
Boy, when that riverboat docked, though,
Boy,
then
it was on.
started.
it was on. That's what I said that day when there was a fight at a nearby pickleball court. And I said, people, it's pickleball. It's not worth it. I would say, calmer. Peacemaker, always. That's what I just said to Kristen. That's what I would be.
I suppose the story is still in flux, but the fact that there are 3 warrants for arrest is staggering.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw 100 people throwing punches.
More. Why are there not more of them?
Well, here's what's going on. There will be more.
Okay.
Apparently, although the police did intervene eventually and start throwing handcuffs on people, nobody was arrested that day.
I thought the folding chair guy was.
No, they were all detained.
Okay, he was detained.
They were, because I've been watching. The police chief has been giving updates basically daily.
Yeah, I saw him.
And he's saying, here's the deal. Here's who's being charged. Here's who's being arrested right now. But initially, no one was arrested. They were all just put in handcuffs and detained because I guess the police were like, well, look, it's your word versus their word. Police
we'll
see
see the video.
Yeah.
We'll see the video later.
We'll see the video. We'll see all the video. And then the charges come out. So now the initial 3 people who charged the dock worker, the riverboat worker, have been charged, but more charges are going to be on the way.
Let me ask you this. This is about a different topic. You brought it up as audacity, and the word audacity is used in this, and I have to say, this is another one of these that was posted on Reddit. I'm starting to look at Reddit for more than just gym updates and sex stories.
Oh.
This is an interesting one. Now, the other day, the question was, if you go into a theater, you've already booked your seats, and the guy went in with his girlfriend and a mother and daughter, young girl, were sitting in the seats, and the mom knew it. She's like, I'm going to sit here if you don't mind because my daughter and I otherwise would have to have separate seats. And Biggie said, that's some kind of audacity that you have here. Now, listen, would you do this is the question. And I had to read this a couple of times to get it right. A bride has demanded a refund from her wedding photographer because at the wedding, apparently the photographer hired a woman who was in her mid-20s to be an assistant at the wedding. He usually doesn't, but this is a large wedding, and it occurred recently.
If I may, my friend, formerly West Coast Bob, has shot hundreds of weddings.
Yeah.
Not uncommon. You generally have an assistant.
Okay. So this guy, he's a male photographer, and he hired an assistant, and he'd only worked with her a couple of times before, and she's young, in her 20s. Well, after the reception, when the groom was drunk, he slept with the photographer, the assistant, with the 20-something-year-old assistant. After that, the bride found out about it 2 weeks later, okay? Now the bride is asking for a full refund on the wedding photography, even though the photographs turned out beautiful.
Because the wedding has been annulled?
They have not annulled it yet. They have not annulled the wedding. The woman, the assistant who slept with the groom, says that the groom told her, we're in an open relationship. This is okay. I can do this. And so she said, I didn't really know I was doing anything wrong. And now the main photographer, the guy who did nothing wrong, who didn't even know of this and took the photos, says, I don't think I'm going to give this money back. And the bride said, the audacity to not give me a refund.
Who's more audacious?
After your assistant slept with my brand new husband.
There's audacity all around.
There is a lot of audacity here.
What is she getting money back for?
Yeah.
I figured you'd say that. Yeah. Well, she says your assistant ruined my marriage that's 2 weeks old, and I want my money back.
You better look at your husband first.
Well, she's already doing that. But the guy, the photographer, says, I didn't do anything wrong. I took pictures, so did my assistant. They look great. I did the job I was hired to do.
What's the time frame on this? After the
wedding. I mean, literally.
After the reception?
After the reception. Like during the reception, apparently.
During the reception, they wouldn't have had relations.
Correct.
On some folding table.
Correct.
Behind the kitchen.
DJ booth?
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
They went to the bathroom for a quickie.
Dang.
With the photographer's assistant.
Was the photographer's assistant drinking?
Didn't say. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think that's probably against the code.
Yeah. I don't know that she was. I don't know.
It's the husband.
Yeah, it's the husband.
100%.
100% his fault.
Yeah.
But so I don't know that I would give that money back either. Although
She should be thanking the assistant.
well, but I don't know that you can thank the
No,
assistant for
she learned
sleeping with your husband.
She learned about her
lifetime of
husband.
heartache.
But wait a minute, though. The assistant knows that he's just gotten married. He's the groom. He's
Yeah.
been married in 2 hours, and she was
2
there.
hours.
She was holding the light. The assistant was holding the
She
light.
knew.
Yeah.
She knew who the
During
groom
the vows.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. She had a Nikon around her neck.
He's the guy in the special suit.
As long as you got that camera out.
That's right. You wouldn't give the money back?
No.
I don't think I
course
would
not.
either. But
No.
No, what am I giving money back for? Because your husband knew, of course, what he was doing too.
Of course.
Yeah.
I actually feel bad for the wife.
I do
You
too.
should.
I do too, yes.
Because you know what? She's trying to basically find someone else to blame besides
The
the
husband.
person to blame,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is her husband.
She's
'Cause
hurting.
Yep.
Yeah, she's hurting. She doesn't want to, and that's what I guarantee you. She's being, what the kids call it, gaslighted by the husband, who's like, well, if they hadn't put this prime piece of young tail in front of me, you know me, baby, I can't control myself. So that's,
Only been married 2 hours.
yeah, exactly. So he's gaslighting the wife, and she's like, "Yeah, how dare he bring a person
Right.
that
So
you might want to sleep with?
young
He's
and
like,
attractive, yeah.
you know me, I can't help myself."
had the groom slept with the bridesmaid, she would be just as mad. But there would be no recourse financially.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
I mean,
That's
it
right.
sounds like he was going to sleep with someone.
Somebody, apparently.
Someone's getting pregnant.
Yeah. Now, he was drinking,
Yeah.
but he's a groom. And
Yeah, he's the groom.
And,
Well, I bet if you talk to the bridesmaids, they'd probably say, "Oh, we're not surprised. We told her she shouldn't marry him anyway."
probably so.
You know.
But if you had slept with one of the servers or a bartender, you're not going to get your catering money
Bill back. I agree. She's saying to the photographer, you brought this woman to my wedding. But
Now, the problem is the pictures are ruined.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have to torch them.
Exactly. She's never going to.
You're never going to look at them.
And let me tell you, they're still. I bet they stay together, and they're still together.
You think?
Yeah,
Well, they did
because
say
I
that
think,
at the time, they're trying to work through it, they said. They're trying to work it out.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Well, that's what I mean.
At the wedding.
I feel bad for her because she is trying to do everything she can not to blame the one person who is to blame.
Yeah.
Which is her Huckleberry husband.
Yeah. Old Huckleberry over here. You're right.
Huckleberry Hound.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How about this woman? She got married. This is in New York State. She got married recently. Same type thing, except she went a couple of days before the wedding for a Botox injection, and they accidentally. Let me get this right. The injection seeped into the muscle of her face and made her smile lopsided. So now her wedding photos
Ruined.
are ruined. Here she is telling the story on the day. This is the day that she had gotten injected.
I went to go get Botox for my wedding, and I got it in my chin, and apparently something seeped into my muscle right here. So when I was smiling, it was like this. Anyways, so my esthetician's like, hey, let's even it out and let's put it on both sides so it's even at least, so I don't have a janky smile. But that's not how bad. I'm literally one day in my life I'm getting married, and he's saying like this. There's nothing I can do because this port is not reversible.
That's TikToker Tiffany, who was getting ready to get married.
I had a hard time following her.
She
Whose idea was it to, quote, even it out?
The Botox,
Botox
person.
The artist?
Botox
Yes.
person. Let's
The Botoxer, I guess. Yeah.
Iron it out.
yes, the artist.
My mouth is drooping. Oh, I can fix that.
Yeah.
Jab.
Well, let's even it out.
She looked like Bill Murray in Caddyshack. Carl. Honey, you look like Carl.
Who? Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Let me even that out.
Let's iron that out, sugar.
Now she looks like this sad face.
Then, on wedding day itself, she said she couldn't smile at all, so she spent the whole day crying.
This is just me having a meltdown. I get married tomorrow, and the smile, trying to make jokes out of it and play it off or whatever. I don't think it's funny anymore. And I can't stop crying. You don't know a person's life, okay? This is so silly. I know, there's real world problems out there. I know. I'm just upset, okay? And I'm trying. Look.
Oh, poor thing.
It's the worst, when you do it to yourself.
Oh, yeah. The wedding is ruined. God,
Although I guess, is the Botoxer somewhat to blame?
Well, that was my question. I think she does deserve some money back. He let it seep into the muscle, and half her face is down.
Those needles only go tiny
Right.
way in, right?
Yeah, I didn't know you could do it that way. I mean, it looked like she had Bell's palsy. That's what she said.
If I was the husband, I'd be mad at her, but also the Botoxer is a little bit to blame there.
Would you be mad at her? Because don't you think a lot of brides get Botox shortly
that's-
before the
yes.
wedding?
That's just it. I would be mad because I'd be like, "You're beautiful how you are. Why'd you do this?" But at the same time, this is such a trend that I couldn't be. I wouldn't like call off the wedding.
Why don't
or
you go ahead
anything.
and mask up, honey? On my wedding day. Yeah. I think it's best.
Yeah.
She's wearing a mask.
That's bad.
Down the aisle.
That's bad.
Well, yeah, because I mean, think of the wedding pictures, and if you're the husband for the rest of your life, anyone that sees that wedding picture in your office is going to be like, brave you to stay with her after the accident.
After her stroke.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the window
yeah.
on that and getting your lips done before,
I know.
before the wedding?
I know.
And how long does it last? Did they go on a honeymoon?
yeah, I'm
After?
sure they did.
She probably look good for that.
I don't know.
I don't know how long that
I
stuff
don't either.
lasts. We have people down the hall who get it. We should ask them.
I should. Do you, if you were a bride, if you're getting Botox for a Saturday wedding, when do you think you get the Botox?
I don't know.
Tuesday? Monday?
Yeah, early in the week.
Early in the
Yeah,
week.
because there's our marks. I mean, when they've gotten it down the
Down
hall,
the hall.
we've seen
Yeah, you see
there
the
are
jab.
marks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got. I would say now it works because I would say to him on the day after, I'd be like, "Oh, you got butchered." But a few days later, it smooths out. You're like, "Okay, I see it now. It looks good. The Botox."
It's good on you.
Yeah, but if it lumps up on Thursday or Friday and your wedding's Saturday, and then it clears up by Sunday, but that's an important
That's
day.
the day.
That's the day you need.
That's another Caddyshack. Looks good on you though.
You get a free bowl of soup.
That's two Caddyshack characters.
What are you trying?
Maybe all the bridesmaids should droop their faces in the.
Yeah, everybody.
All right, everybody, let's droop left. Droop left.
Yeah, he put a filter photographer on all the pictures. Droopy face.